Sybil and I got Freaky Friday'd.
But this is not a freaky episode. Neither is it Friday. So
It's Monday.
This might actually be the greatest full-time movie fans episode ever because we have Michael's better half. Yeah,
You're saying that because Michael's not here. He's right there.
Yeah, they actually did switch places. So this has now become full-time Marvel fans.
Yeah.
New intro.
Yeah.
And hey, make anime sparkles come out of our high five, Michael, when you edit it.
You gotta make like the whole like rainbow over us too, like friendship.
Give us anime sparkly eyes.
Yeah, take notes.
Yeah. Full-time Marvel fans. This is, I mean, I don't know what Spider-Man means to you, but Spider-Man was my favorite Marvel superhero.
It was up there with me. I was huge on Scarlet Witch.
Okay,
and
that
so
makes sense.
I got a lot of the comic books of that, and so Spider-Man did make quite an appearance.
Yeah. So Spider-Man has a special place in my heart because I'm not really close to any of my family, but I vividly remember coming home from school and Spider-Man the animated series would be on, and
Love
I would
that.
and after a while my mom would start to watch it with me, and even though we didn't really talk about it much, it was just one of those cool moments where, hey, my mom's here enjoying something that I enjoy with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but Spider-Man's also just the coolest. I mean, he climbs up walls, he shoots webs, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spidey sense. I mean, that's one of the coolest overpowered like things that you can have. I'm about to get punched. Nope, because I sensed it coming. Right?
Yeah. No, I loved it because I am quite a bit younger than you. I was born in 2001.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Intro.
Do you want to do the intro since you're our number one greatest all-time guest?
I'm Sybil. That's all I'm doing.
This
You
is
have to do it.
guest host Sybil. I am normal host Jarvis. Full-time movie fans, full-time Marvel fans this episode though.
Yep.
So we got the Marvel fan of the dynamic duo that is Michael and Sybil, and we got Sybil for the Marvel Spider-Man episode.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
So guys, put in the comments at the end of the episode, do you prefer Michael or Sybil?
It better be me. Please.
Dude, how bad would that be? How would you feel, Michael, if everyone's just like, yeah, we want Sybil back. We don't really want Michael anymore.
All the comments are just going to be girl.
Yeah, hey, we might actually get some female viewers on our videos now.
Yeah. It's the one to make clips of.
Yeah, nice. We get a female's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man. Homecoming. I went to Homecoming. It's for me.
Yeah, Spider-Man is for everybody, I think. We all can relate to the awkward,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what being a teenager means, but this guy has got crazy superpowers and a huge burden placed on him by his uncle.
Well, this one doesn't. It's
that's true.
He has no burdens yet.
That's true. And you know what? Let's talk about this because we talked about it a little bit before. Is this is the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and I would like us to rank the first Spider-Man movies since Tobey's introduction.
Like all of them?
Yeah,
or like the first of them.
The first of them.
Oh, this is very easy for me.
And I do want to include Into the Spider-Verse as well.
Oh, okay.
I do want to include that.
Well, then Into the Spider-Verse is automatically number
I
one.
agree. Agreed.
I'm sorry.
Agreed.
I never do this.
Okay. And then what's your number two?
My hot take is Andrew Garfield's. I think it's Into the Spider-Verse, Andrew Garfield. I love how he plays it. I love all of the Andrew Garfield, then Tobey, then Tom Holland.
Yeah, see, because of that that horrible thing that you brought up about how old I am, that does affect. I am old. I'm very old.
I will say, I was going to say that because I was going to say I didn't grow up with any of the TV shows to get attached to. That was the reason I did it. I didn't just call you old for no reason. That's very, it would be very rude.
That was just your jab. Your jab. Hey, remind him that he's old.
I was like, man, that's an awful way to start.
Yeah, but guess my age in the comments. But my knees tell me every day that I'm old, so I don't need you telling me as well. No, I'm just kidding. So my ranking is a little bit different for my next one because of my age and nostalgia. I do have to give it to Toby Spider-Man next.
That's to be honest, I do think most people would agree with you.
Because that's that felt like the real start of the modern superhero movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I said this to you beforehand that I truly think that the reason I rewatched all of them in the past year, and I going to say something that's my first time being shown on here is gonna get me a lot of hate because I truly think that Toby's does not stand up to the test of time without nostalgia.
Yeah.
If there wasn't nostalgia, is not a good movie.
And I also said that I do kind of agree with that a little bit because a lot of people say, oh, well, the first Spider-Man trilogy is the best and Tobey's my Spider-Man. And I'm like, yeah, but there are better ones. Like, I wouldn't rank Spider-Man, Tobey's first one. It's kind of mid-pack for me if I rank all the ones that we have available from Tobey to Far From Home. Yeah. Which was the last Spider-Man movie, I think.
Yes. I get the
Into the Spider-Verse 2.
No Way Home. No Way Home.
No Way Home. What did I say?
Far From Home. There's too many homes.
Yes. Yeah.
They need to really, I understand the theme of it, but it really messes up my brain. No more homes. Get rid of homes.
He's homeless now.
Spider-Man homeless.
Yeah. He gets kicked out of it. He gets kicked out of the apartment that we saw him getting into at the end of Far From or No Way Home.
Yeah, I like this.
So my second place would actually be because of the age and nostalgia, Tobey's. So what would you rank next?
For the full.
Yeah, we're gonna do all four of them.
Yeah, I think the first one is the animated one.
Yeah, Into the
second one, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Third one, Tobey Maguire's. Then Homecoming.
Oh, really? See, I think I would put Homecoming before Andrew's, but with a caveat, I think Andrew's portrayal of Peter Parker and Spider-Man is so underrated. I think what happened is all the people that loved the Tobey ones just were mad that Tobey didn't get another movie.
Yes.
And so they kind of just poo-pooed on Andrew. They didn't like the fact that he was cool and edgy. And I'm like, I don't know. He was super awkward. You know what I mean? Like, that was his own take on it.
Perfect in my mind. Like, all of his banter while Spider-Man was very missing and from all the other ones.
Yes,
so I loved it so much. I loved the villains, the whole 9 yards was so, like...
I really... The best part about Spider-Man is the fact that he makes fun of, he's cracking jokes during his fights. You know what I mean? Tobey's Spider-Man didn't do that, and I didn't like that because that's not Spider-Man to me. So I definitely was like, when Andrew showed up, I was like, okay, this feels more like Spider-Man to me. Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
So I did like the Rogues Gallery in Tobey's movies better. Classic Green Goblin. You got Doc Ock. The third one was too crowded, but it gave you a lot of.
I love Sandman, so I'm.
Yeah, he was good. He was great. So, but we're here talking about Spider-Man: Homecoming. So this was the first Tom Holland, which, as you said, they kind of were trying to get somebody who was closer in age that felt more believable as a teenager instead of like a bunch of 30-year-old actors.
It's definitely It's definitely the only one that I actually could like look at the guy and be like, that's a 15-year-old.
Yeah, that
looks
like a kid. Yeah,
none of the other ones, the awkwardness wasn't really as there. Yeah. I think Tobey Maguire kind of comes across as a serial killer in the movies. There's like no emotion. Yeah. I think he tried to play awkward. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put dirt. Yeah.
That was. Yeah.
I will say like not Andrew Garfield. Tom Holland. There's way too many names. I'm awful with this.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is like his portrayal of Peter Parker is the most like genuine. I feel.
think. Yeah, I agree.
Which
I
I
agree with that.
love. I love that. I just don't.
Because I think in the comics, Peter was always a good-looking guy, but he just wasn't cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tom Holland does that really well. Like he's a good-looking, dude, but he also was like.
He could be looked over easily, which is the best thing. It's
Yes,
not like a standout. Like that dude could walk like a runway, which is I think Andrew Garfield's biggest complaint with people is that like that dude is traditionally very attractive.
Yeah, we can all agree with that.
What was your first impressions?
Man, you look at you. Being a host.
What could I say? I watch.
Hey, careful with those feet.
Not for free, not on the internet.
I was hoping it was bottom. I looked over there and it was not bottom.
You got to become a member if you want that kind of stuff. Honestly, because Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. I was so ready, so excited for Tom Holland. Like when they announced that he was doing it, I was like, oh man, yeah, I think he can. I got good feelings about it. You know what I mean? And the fact that this was, and another thing that excited me about it was the fact that Marvel was like gonna be in charge.
Yeah,
that was the thing that I was the most excited about because Sony, I feel like, has a way of messing things up. Like they can't follow through. They're too short-sighted, I think. Like even the whole drama with even the last No Way Home.
Yeah.
Like they were like, no, Sony's like, we're just gonna take over from here, and everybody was like, I love. Thank you everybody for like. Getting on your social medias and being like, Sony, if you don't let Marvel do this, we are gonna cancel you.
Well, I think didn't they buy everything from Sony now, so they own like the X-Men and like all of the. That was Fox. Yeah, but I thought they made a deal where now they own most of it. They're really grasped on, but I think they own most of it now.
They do. I think that there's still something with the Hulk that's somewhere, but.
Because like Sony's going bankrupt because they're not making any money off of their projects.
I mean, yeah. Morbius. Yeah, it's Morbin time. They Morbin timed us. We got Morbin, and then they Madam Webbed us.
Yeah, I keep only seeing. I've been okay. I didn't see Madam Web. I got off TikTok for a little bit because I realized I was like, oh, I'm getting depressed from watching this stuff. So
I'm too old for TikTok. I've never had TikTok.
I got on YouTube Shorts and I keep getting clips of the Venom movies. They look so bad. I don't know if either of y'all watched them.
I have. I've watched all of them.
They look so bad. I don't get it.
The first one. So here's the thing: you have to go into it and just be like, okay, low expectations. Mm-hmm. It's fun. But it's not good. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's fun. Okay. It's like if that movie came out 10 years ago, it would have been the greatest like Spider-Man movie of all time. Okay. You know what I mean? Something like that. But like the first one is just fun. You have to accept it for what it is. The second one I didn't feel was too great. The third one I felt was better than the second one. I think it was just as good as the first one. Yeah. So.
I do think I'm seeing clips of the second one.
Yeah, the second one was with Carnage and Woody Harrelson. I think they should have got a no-name person to play it. But anyways, yeah, so I was just very excited about Homecoming. I felt like it was really good. And we'll get into that. But I really, really liked Homecoming. Yeah. So what about you? What was your first impression?
My family had like almost a tradition of going to see all the Marvel movies in theater like the weekend it came out. Nice. So I watched, this was one of them.
Were you excited to see this one or no?
I was excited about another Spider-Man movie. I'm someone that loves origin stories, and so I felt robbed that it wasn't an origin story. I understand you like that it wasn't an origin story.
Yes.
I could not. That was the thing that was keeping me like fully from supporting this one as much as I was like the others.
So here's my take on origin stories. I feel like they've become so formulaic. Mm-hmm. like it's the same. It's just different people. So I don't like. So like even when Captain Marvel first came out, I was like, it's classic origin story. Like there's nothing new or interesting here.
I get that.
And so for me, I do like. I would rather a story start in the middle of the character's time as a superhero, and I would like to either in later movies or just later in that same movie where we kind of learn a little bit about their origin through flashbacks or something happened or someone mentioned something and we see. I'd rather that because it's at least new and different. I think that it does. What's the I guess Michael, there's some kind of there's a joke, isn't there? I think I saw it in I want to say like Rick and Morty or something, maybe somewhere else, where they were just like, or maybe it was Deadpool. Somebody's making fun of the structure. It's like, oh, well, let's start at the end, and then we'll go to the beginning, and then at the end we'll end up at the beginning of or you know what I mean? Like,
It's the trope you're talking about is you're probably wondering how I got here.
you were wondering how I got here type situation.
Baba O'Reilly music in the background.
Well, because I forget.
House did this.
I forget what movie it was, but I've seen a few of these where it's just like, yeah, you're in the middle of the movie, and then we go to the beginning, and then but
You're probably wondering how I got this.
Yeah.
but
Started back here.
It
But
all
here's-
started back.
but here's how I feel about that the Marvel movies don't do that. So
yeah, they
it
don't.
would be
It's all one
fresh.
linear story.
Yes,
Which
and
makes
so
sense.
for me, mixing it up feels better for me because like the revelation of No Way Home, where his origin story begins in the last movie, to me it blew my mind. I was like, this is fantastic.
It did
I
make a
freaking
lot of
loved
sense.
it. I loved it. So.
That's why I'm like, but like for me, for the origin, like I have to wait that long for it, and so it's like the all of this stuff.
Sure,
For me to like, it's hard for me to get hooked onto the original story with just that.
I'll give you another example. It's like, how many times do we need to see Batman's parents get killed in the alley?
I
And the
need to
pearls
see it
fall to the
more. There needs to be more, more murder.
Michael's favorite part is kids being orphaned by their parents being murdered.
It's his major part of the story. I
So,
want to see it more.
but I get it.
Every movie needs orphans.
Yeah,
Every movie,
but I think this is good. Man, you know what? I just remembered something that I have to do. Remembering the first Spider-Man is this just came to me, and if I don't say it now, my brain will explode later. But in the first movie, Spider-Man, with his origin story, is very true to the comics about him doing wrestling.
Yes.
And there's may he rest in peace, Macho Man Randy Savage
Yeah.
played Bonesaw. And I used to annoy my ex because I would do a imitation of Bonesaw.
Yeah.
I would be like, Bonesaw is ready. And he would be like, his lines are so good. He's like, or he says, where he's like, he just says, oh, yeah, I got you for 3 minutes, 3 whole minutes of playtime. And so, but I loved, that was true to the origin story of Spider-Man, and I loved Bonesaw's lines. They were so funny. So anyways, yeah, so Homecoming.
Hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do ya?
You should subscribe to this
Yeah,
channel right
like
now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them.
Prove
Show
it.
this to them.
Prove it to us you got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah, prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Word.